So that is strange. It's outputting two microphones. Oh. Okay. Figure it out. Whoops. So, this is going to be my first live stream back. It's been a while. Let's turn that off for now. Just for my sanity, because I don't want to hear two versions of the same thing. Let's how annoying. Oh well, I guess we're not gonna have a chat right now. Or well, we're gonna have a chat, but it's not gonna be in the actual stream. But yeah, that's fine, I guess. Anyhow, um. yeah, we're going to be doing Sunset Sandstorm. And learning this level, of course, which is going to be an ordeal. And let me just turn off boxes. I've already learned most of this level. But there's still plenty to learn. And or not to learn, but to just get decent at it. Because this level's impossible, right? Oh, whoops. And you gotta use your keyboard for a lot of these inputs, which is, I don't know, I don't really care. That input is just bullshit. It's so stupid. Like, it doesn't work half the time. I don't get why it's so stupid. I think that spacebar click needs to be a bit later, but yeah. Let me just put up a text saying I'm streaming on both Twitch. Just put that up there, I guess. And show it. I don't know. I guess down here. I don't know. Yep. What's up, not bizarre GD? Can you play 1349175? No level requests, as stated in the description. Though I have not put that in the description on the Twitch stream, so I will be more lenient on the Twitch viewers. But yeah, new for the stream is you can actually watch on both Twitch and YouTube. So pick whichever you prefer. Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be a hard level to beat, I'm not gonna lie. But we're gonna do it. Yeah, we gotta hit that later. So, I actually really like this level, but the balancing is fucked. Like, really, really fucked. Extremely, extremely fucked. Like, horrible. What? Oh, wait. I guess I already have that somewhere. Oh well. Oh, let's go. We got chat. Great. I don't know. I'm gonna change it after the fact if we have to. Yeah, now YouTube viewers can see the Twitch chat and vice versa. So. Man, this level's gonna like bring me to my breaking point. I just know it already. Like, with the balancing being this fucked. Like, the only thing that can make this a worthwhile experience is if I just like somehow fluke it or have like a good experience because of, I don't know, this all being below my skill range. What's up, Liam? Oh, I forgot. It's not double. Oh, it's so stupid, man. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just let's go from 0, man. Let's just yeah. Go from 0 instead. Not that. Thing is, I'm pretty good at like 30% onwards. So it's just a matter of getting there. This level is like strange. I'm hoping I can like brute force getting good at the beginning. And if I can't, then I guess I'll practice more. crap. Okay. Can get past that at least today. I don't really understand how these loops work here. Okay, I don't know. Okay. I don't know what happened. Really? Am I that crap at this game right now? Okay, and now I'm too early instead of too late. Shit. What's up, Pittsburgh? What's up, Pittsburgh? Okay. Is the pre-drop as painful as people said it was? Yes. Yes. This is like, if you imagine Black Blizzard, this is like worse than that in terms of pre-drop difficulty. Like, I have 14% on this, and I've played it for 40 minutes. Like, it's gonna take a while until I get good at this pre-drop. This pre-drop is like, I don't know. There's just nothing I can compare it to, because it's insane. With that said, I am having fun with the level, and at least the drop isn't that hard. I'm probably not gonna fluke it, but it's really a matter of avoiding deaths at the drop and stuff. This could be worse though, because if this was like my hardest demon, yeah, I'd be fucked. But it's still going to be a very hard demon for me. This is like my 9th hardest demon, I believe, once I beat this. It's harder than Airbus, so definitely not a joke. Some say it's harder than Yadagarasu as well, which I do think is a valid opinion to have at least. Oh, new best. Oh yeah, new best. Let's go. New best. New best. Woohoo. Okay. Yeah, I almost, like, had I nailed these jumps, it's possible we would have had a drop of them. Getting past the first 15% is like the hardest part of the level by far. Once you pass that, it's mostly not fucking up. Well, there are still some hard parts after that, but wait, when's the drop? Actually, let's go ahead and check the copy out. So, you've got, let's see where I die. I died basically here. And then you got this, which is quite hard. Very hard actually. But it's like at least not bullshit. Hardest part here is definitely got this. And this. And then here's the rock. Oh crap. But yeah, once you get here, it's mostly about not being done. Which I am severely failing at. Yeah, I do have like 26 or something to 100, so that's basically like got improvement. Oh, that is dumb. It's the reason the first start position is all the way over here. Yeah, this part is very hard. It's gonna not be done. I think my mic is a bit quiet, though I can't really do anything about that, but I can lower the game audio. So that should fix it. Let me know how the audio is now. The audio can be a bit louder. Okay, I'll turn it up. Maybe here or something. But yeah, it's basically about just passing the impossible pre-drop and then not screwing up the drop, which is probably very difficult under nodes. This is like the only super hard part of the drop. These orbs can also be a bit painful, I guess. Specifically that dash orb is like... Yeah, that's literally like the last timing you're probably going to die to. So, I don't know. Let's go from 0 and see what we can get. I'm gonna keep hammering in from 0, I think. And I forgot about the stupid thing. Already reached my goal for today, which was to get past the red orb of hell. Yeah, I hope I can beat this level this week at least. Because I would like to get started with moving forward soon, because so let me just but yeah, I would like to get started with moving forward relatively soon, so I can finish off all the prone levels. Plus, it's also just a really cool level that I would like to say I've beaten. And it's really fucking hard. It's like harder than Bloodlust. Oh, yeah. That's what I call the red orb of death or doom or whatever the hell I said. It's by far the hardest part. It's a huge choke point. And then there's also that, which is also a killer. So I'm not sure how entertaining these streams are gonna be, but hey, it's the level I gotta beat, so. Probably more entertaining than Zodiac streams at least. Because, I mean, let's be honest, Zodiac, it's so boring to watch. And to beat, mind you. Or play, whatever. And that timing is basically luck. Blinded by the sun. Yeah, exactly. You have the stupid sun getting in the way 2 times in the level. Second time is probably a little bit easier. Oh shit. What's up, Kamirkas? I am very happy to be back actually. It's honestly fun. Finally enjoying playing something again. But I didn't want to immediately start back up with like Depression and Zodiac, so I was like, you know, let's beat a hard extreme, but not something that's like torture device. So yeah, Sunset Sandstorm it is. And this level is like hard enough that I'm probably going to have problems beating it, but like not hard enough to where it's like Zodiac. Yeah, that is like, how am I supposed to see what I'm supposed to do? Probably would feel awesome when you finally beat Zodiac, more so because you don't have to play it anymore now. Yeah, exactly. I 100% agree. That's kind of the like, I'm almost getting frustrated at the fact that I haven't finished Zodiac yet, which I hope will translate into actually getting the motivation to finish it. So yeah, I hope we can get Zodiac done very soon, because I don't want to carry it into April. I've already carried it, you know. Like, the infuriating thing is, I know I have the skill to like beat Zodiac fast. The problem is like, I don't have the mental capacity to do it fast, right? So I'm kind of bottlenecked by my like lack of desire to actually play it. But I'm hoping that's gonna change when we move on to the Golden, which we will be doing immediately after Zodiac, because I need list points. And Renevant is basically so close to falling off now that it's like scary. It's probably gonna be off the list next month, so I can't be wasting too much more time. Like, I've already had Zodiac for what, 4 months? That's not gonna, that pace is just not gonna cut it anymore. Like, when I beat Renevant, it was like 113 or something, and now it's close to falling off. It's like 142 or something. But I'll make sure, but probably as much as most that play it. That's what it's notorious for. The aspect of the difficulty is concentrated on. Yeah, it's very much a mental level more than anything else. It's not that it's like difficult. I'm sure basically everyone in theory could beat Zodiac with less or more effort. But the reason most people don't beat Zodiac is because the mental pain it causes is like insane. This level's kind of the same way, but it's also a lot easier, so. And it's more or less all concentrated in the first 30%. So, I'm hoping I'll be fine. Finally. Oh, and of course, this. The list scares me since I just beat Sonic Wave after like a year, and I don't want to spend 2 years on something way harder. It's not. I mean, Sonic Wave is like also one of those strange levels that is very much mental. So, I do have some progress on Cosmic Cyclone, but I don't know if I should jump again. My recommendation would be not to jump again. Especially since both are wave levels, so you're just gonna be insanely wave carried. And secondly, it's not even a list even anymore, so it's kind of not even going to fill that void, right? What did I do after Sonic Wave? I never beat Sonic Wave as a hardest. I did Cybernetic Crescent and then Renevant and then Sonic Wave. But like, you could go for like something like Bloodlust, I guess. Like something in that range. GG on Sonic Wave, by the way. I kind of neglected to say that because I got busy talking about other shit. Sonic Wave is not an easy level to get through. Yeah, it's the hell timing. One of the worst timings I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen a lot of bad timings, so you can only imagine. that is also kind of crap. The dehydrated desert music is kind of irritating. Yeah, you're gonna be stuck listening to this over and over again, which is kinda another problem with this level. I know some people have said that this level gets like really boring, and honestly I would not disagree, because you're essentially playing, like, it's not boring because it's you know, easy or anything like Zodiac. It's more boring because it's so hard that like you're stuck playing the same crap over and over again. Never play this while dehydrated, it'll make it worse. That's gonna be oh shit. Cybernetic does look cool. I like Cybernetic Crescent, but I wouldn't recommend it if your hardest is Sonic Wave because it's like barely even harder. So I mean, I guess if you want a more even skill set, it might be worth it, right? What's up, Pancakes? Crap. I'm dumb. Oh, you gotta jump earlier. I'm dumb. Why? I don't know how to avoid that. I don't know why that happens. Or that, for that matter. I miss the days when people were ship carried with the straight fly challenges, and straight flies were the main trademark obstacles in hard levels. Same. Well, I mean, in hindsight, the gameplay was pretty boring, obviously, but it was still interesting, I guess. And I think the reason that kind of disappeared, well, it's still kind of a thing, but it's no longer the main focus. But straight flight just kind of got too easy to be good at. Like, it's one of those skill sets that is not really that hard to obtain. that only works like half the time. Probably more like 1/4 of the time. Strafe flight isn't really a threat on higher FPS. No, but you can definitely make some hard strafe fly. Just look at Silent Club Step. I think it's more just that people just didn't find strafe fly to be interesting anymore. Like, for years people were like, I think this was mostly the casuals complaining, if I can say so, but they were just complaining about like ship strafe fly just being boring or uninspired gameplay, which, I mean, it is, but it's kind of no different from today's wave heavy levels, I guess. Like, probably a little bit less inspired actually, but at least with wave you can like do, you know, different patterns and stuff that's like interesting to the music and stuff. Oh, can we pass this once? God damn it. Almost. Oh no. Oh, I mean like the average block gap. Not Silent Club Step angled fixed hitbox bullshit. Yeah. I don't know what the hell's going on with Silent Club Step, but it is strange. Whoever created it, I forgot the name. I think it was like I don't remember. Salient or something like that. They knew what they were doing. I actually quite like Acheron. I don't know how to feel about Acheron because it's not, it's not a bad level. Like, if I use my eyes to like determine if I like it or not. But it's also not like amazing. It's kind of meh. But I don't know. I'm not really qualified to determine if it looks fun to play. I mean, I tried getting runs on Anathema, and I did get some runs, but I also quickly realized that I don't really like playing parts of it. Like, some parts of Anathema were like super fun to learn and play and stuff, and then other parts were just pretty garbage. Like, I don't know. It's kind of sad because like, I don't know, by playing like my, I guess, dream hardest or whatever the hell you want to say, I kind of ruined it for myself because I realized, hey, it has all these flaws that I don't like. So the level was basically like turned into some kind of spam fest. I mean, originally I was like, you know what? If I ever do like one final grind, yeah, maybe I'll grind on the team and potentially beat it. But now I'm like, I don't even want to do that because it doesn't even look fun to play. you know, like everything I, you know, liked about Renevant, it's just not there. You know, it has cool decoration and stuff, but it's like the gameplay doesn't look fun, and you know, I may not be good enough to play it, but some parts are fun and others feel like absolute garbage, and I don't know if that's ever gonna change. Man, this is truly like a strange experience. Like, it's almost like I'm being transported back to like when I did Black Blizzard. Both levels have this like impossible pre-drop. But this level is like, it smashes Black Blizzard in terms of pre-drop difficulty, and in terms of difficulty as a whole. Like, it's not even close. You know, I was expecting the difference to be like pretty small, but it's not. This is way harder than Black Blizzard. I mean, it's a fantastic level. I don't know if the enjoyment rating is going to be great, but the quality rating is going to be amazing. So it's probably going to be one of those enjoyment 0 out of 100, deco 100. I don't know. I don't know. I'm more open-minded now than I was before. I mean, when I beat Black Blizzard, I think I had like half the extremes I do now. Kind of crazy to me that I've basically got the level and close to 2 runs already. That's like how dreadful the balancing is of this level. But at the same time, would it even be like a worthy Black Blizzard sequel if the balancing wasn't like this? Like, the entire thing with Black Blizzard is that it's like impossible to get to the drop. So if this level was like easy to get to the drop on, it wouldn't have been the same. And it seems to be intentional because neither glide nor moving forward have this kind of balancing. But yeah, it's gonna take a long time before I get good at this, I think. I might have to go back and practice it, honestly. Okay, so for this first, late. Yeah, late. On the green one, this first. But I don't know, I'm confident I can do this. If anything, it would be healthier of me to beat this level, because given how badly I'm doing at it, that's probably at least going to be a skill improvement. So that's always worth it in my book. Because there's no point in beating stuff that you're not going to improve the game by beating. Which is why I regret Zodiac, by the way. I am not improving at the game in the slightest by beating Zodiac. I did a practice run of CC and it all looks super fun, minus Devon's part. Let me tell you about Devon's part and Cybernetic Crescent. So, in Digital Descent, Devon's part is like impossible, right? But in Cybernetic Crescent, Devon's part is actually super easy, like you're barely going to die there. It's just very, very learning. But if you learn it with Speed Hack, it's honestly not going to be much of a challenge. You're going to struggle with Zamify and Viperin and Nazca way more than Devon. So Devon is not going to be a problem. Oh yeah, and Black as well. Do learn it with Speed Hack. Yeah, definitely. You'd really want to learn it with Speed Hack. What I do is I'll start at like 0.6 times speed. And then I'll just do 0.7, 0.8, and then finally like 1.0 when I'm comfortable. So that's going to be a lot easier. It's still like there is one hard part of Devon's part, but you're good at wave, you will definitely manage. Basically just the ending of it. And then you of course have Serpunge as well, which is just bullshit, basically. I had to do that speed hack method with prismatic haze. It helped a lot. I also did that for prismatic haze actually. Though not a lot, but yeah, it does help in some cases. Especially if you've got like weird gameplay that doesn't really make any sense. Like if you look at it and it's like you don't immediately understand how it works. Then it's definitely helpful. Do you guys feel guilty when you're using speed hacks to practice in GD ever? Not really. I feel fine about it. Because there are ways to do it without using speed hack that are just less convenient, I guess. I would feel more guilty about icon hack or no clip or something like that. And also, you can learn every part without speed hack. It's definitely possible, but it's just kind of a pain. Like the golden, for example, is very much like a level that would benefit from using speed hack to learn it, because you gotta learn the click patterns, right? So I don't know. It's not really like an unfair advantage, because I mean it's just a learning process. Yeah, it's more refined and less raw is what I mean. Maybe it's a personal take, but I feel that way about some other things. For example, guitar. People before me didn't have these tools having their handheld. No, I get that feeling. Absolutely. You know, I don't know. I do follow that philosophy, I guess, with some things, but it kind of depends. Like when I have a task, like I look at that task and I'm like, what's the easiest way I can get this done while still doing it properly and stuff. You know, the same way you would like solve an equation or something, like you'd ask yourself, what can I do here, and what would be the easiest way to do this? And when but at the same time, when I do like programming work, I've chosen to like avoid AI and stuff like that, because sure, I could get the product complete much faster, but I would not um I I don't know. I would not be doing the work, and I just don't feel like I'd really learn from it. Like I would be less of a programmer than if I just avoid all these like fancy tools, right? Um, in terms of skill, that is, I would still be able to get like the same product as someone who is using AI, for example, and they would probably be able to get this product like faster. Um, but I would like learn from it and stuff. Whatever. I'm tired. You get what I'm trying to say, man. It's like do you want something handmade or do you want something that's like, made in a factory and stuff? Like that's the same kind of thing, right? Like you get the same product, but one has like a different value to it or different amount of work. Um you don't have to use as much critical thinking when making the same product if you used AI slash other things. It depends on the thing, I guess. Um yeah, yeah, critical thinking is definitely a factor, but there's also like the problem solving element to it, right? Like let's say I have a task. If I just ask ChatGPT to do it for me, I never have to think about, okay, so what would be the most efficient way to do this? What function should I use? How does this even work? So I can even begin to implement it. Like, there's all these things you don't even notice. Um, thing as in what is handmade or fabricated. I was mostly talking about like how, um, obviously you can't hand build well, I guess technically you can, but you don't hand make a refrigerator or something like that. But let's say you could have a printer make a painting, or you could paint it yourself. Nobody cares about the picture you printed out, right? It's just it's a piece of paper. But as soon as you like put work into it and effort and pride and everything, it has like so much more value instantly. Um, I'm not sure how this matters really, but I don't know. um, the scary thing is Google slash other search engines already significantly hurt problem solving a lot before the AI chatbots. Imagine now. Yeah, it was already bad before. Like things like, you know, going to your bookshelf to retrieve your huge fucking dictionary or whatever, and to actually know where and how to find what you're looking for, or to like read a huge programming book or something like that. That's like a, a skill that we just don't have anymore amongst mostly younger people. Because why do all that extra work when you can just Google and Google will find your, the specific thing you need? Like instead of having like a huge list of mathematical formulas, for example, you can just Google and say, okay, how do I solve this? Okay, how do I solve this? How do I solve this? Right? Um, and don't get me started on like reading instruction manuals and stuff. Like that's also a skill that's gonna disappear. Yeah, it makes more sense to use a factory to make a TV. More sense to make your own art than reference or use AI and claim it's your own art. And I'd further argue we'd be better off. We were better off when we didn't have the dictionary / textbook to reference from constantly if we needed. Like when stories were passed orally, etc., even if it's low-fi, stories, skills, and methods, etc. That's kind of complicated because I do agree, like, it probably helped people start businesses and find like a purpose in life and stuff. And it also, I don't know, there's something special to it, like having to do things on your own and like truly solve the issue and like truly think about it. Um like now you can just use your dictionary to look up a word, but you know, there sometimes you like see a word and then you have to like think, hey, what does this mean? Okay, so I know this part is kind of similar to this other word, so it's like, you know, maybe it has something to do with this or that, right? um and yeah, there is something special about stories passed orally. um a lot of cultures were kind of, well, cultures as a whole just stem from, you know, things passed from generation to generation. So that's probably something that's also gonna change going forward. Like I think people are probably gonna like, cultures are just gonna be more and more um monotone, I guess. Um I don't know, just a prediction, I guess. Like I just feel like cultures are gonna slowly uh vanish over time. Um since now that everyone has access to everything, um yeah. Uh it's hilarious how we got into this from talking about speed for demon levels. Uh, yeah, it derailed a bit, but honestly, it, you know, I don't know. I feel like we should have conversations about stuff like this as well. I think that's I think it's fun to have, and in doing so, I'm kind of doing my part in preserving human um, thinking, as opposed to just trusting whatever Google tells you or whatever AI. Yeah, it's sad because when traditions / cultures die off because they aren't preserved, um, yeah, that is a pretty big problem, and I'm sure there are cases where it's genuinely like not preserved. Um, well, I know for a fact that that is a thing. Um, sometimes it's like the people who practice said culture, they just kind of die out, and where it like falls out of favor, even among those people, and that is sad. Um, though I do think it's kind of natural as well. Like I don't think there are probably like tons and tons of cultures that used to exist that we don't even know about, or have even like, if we know about them, we've just like not even interpreted them um, correctly. or not correctly, but like as they were originally intended to be. I did it. Really? uh, um, I hope your parents are proud. um, I, I'm at a loss of words. I don't know what to say about that. So, congrats or sorry for your loss, whichever you prefer. Um, extinction slash assimilation. I feel like assimilation and urban environments are big factors in erasing culture slash diversity. Not some political law, so that's all I'll say about it. Um, frankly, I don't really know enough to comment about it. Um, I do think assimilation, definitely is something that will erase cultures in a specific, like geographic area. Though I don't know, like maybe if it's the only place on earth where that culture is prominent. Because one thing you have to keep in mind is that not every culture has its own like country or whatever, where that culture is expected to flourish and to be like the main culture. Um, yeah, I really don't know much more to say about that. Extinction though is definitely a factor. And yeah, urban environments have probably um, caused some cultures to shift or change. But I also think urban environments, like, they probably create new cultures as well. Um, no, they definitely do, even. Um, so it's kind of a double-edged sword, I guess. I don't know, just food for thought. Um, um, and our internet culture has really good example. Flash players, abandoned domains, etc. Um, yeah, definitely. That is a very good example. Thing about Flash players in particular is like, um, Flash games are a dying art or dying culture, and it exists among two generations. It's like the older Gen Z and the pretty much the entire generation of millennials, I guess. Um, people who are like, I, I'm still on like the younger end of people who have experienced Flash games and stuff. Um, but that is definitely something that is going to die with us. Just like, I don't know, writing cursive is something that we probably don't know. That probably depends on the country. I don't know how to write cursive. Um, Neither do my parents, I believe. But yeah, there are just these things that kind of die with generations, as it kind of either becomes obsolete or just dies out. Like abandoned domains, that's also like a thing, um, which I find really sad, actually. Like old forums and stuff. Um, old game sites and stuff, they're just like gone now. Um, and even like old website designs and stuff and features and stuff, they're just gone now. Like um YouTube used to have stars, for example. That's gone now. It used to have video like replies, responses. They're gone now. It used to have like messaging. Well, that's gone now. So that's a bunch of things that um that's not really a domain, but it's like it may as well be because of these microblogging sites like YouTube, and of course you've also got you know other sites that kind of no one uses anymore. MySpace, Stumble Upon. Um, do people still use Tumblr? I don't know. Maybe that's dead now. Um, the list could be extended massively. Oh yeah, annotations. I miss annotations. The annoying part is not only did they stop you from being able to create new annotations, which would be okay, I wouldn't mind that, but they also removed all annotations on old videos, which is very annoying because there used to be like these cool videos where basically anyone could write an annotation and put it on top, which would be really interesting and cool actually. So, and people would like make almost like games and stuff with it. I don't know. It was really cool and strange, but yeah. And then of course, annotations were used in let's say let's play videos. They were often used for subtitles. Since subtitles didn't exist back when annotations existed, or maybe they did. I don't know. But people used to use annotations at least for that purpose. And now those videos have no, subtitles that they used to have. So yeah, I miss annotations. I don't know how I didn't think of that, but yeah. Rest in peace, annotations, I guess. Sadly people would probably abuse it. Yeah. Um it was definitely abused. For spam, for you know, posting malware and stuff. But I hate spam annotations that redirected you to random stuff and covered videos though, but that doesn't justify deleting all of them. Yeah, I 100% agree. Like, why would you kill the feature when the problem is spam and just crap like that? Like, at that point, you might as well remove the comment section or, live stream chats because some morons post spam in there. Um, like, that's not a good reason to remove a feature. Like, that's not fixing the problem. That's just like removing everything. Like, there's no point. Um, they should bring back annotations, but make people with a specific sub count use it. That might help stop spam and other kinds of abuse. I don't know what a good solution is, because there are a lot of people who just like watch videos and they don't make videos themselves, which is totally valid, by the way. Like, so then they would have like no subscribers, right? But they still have like important things to say and like worthwhile things to say. Um, yeah. Um, Surely there's some way to deal with it. Like you could use account age, or I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a Google engineer, but I'm sure they can figure it out. Um, are you getting sick of this intro yet? Um, I am getting sick of it, but I also really don't have a massive problem with playing it either. Like, I don't know. I'm in a pretty good state still. Like, I don't. It is pretty boring, but it's kind of like driving. I'm kind of in that mode right now. Like, I'm just kind of zoning out. So I don't know. It's fine. I'm not really bothered by it. CC learning progress is doing okay. I just did 79 to 100. Very nice. Isn't that like, um, is that Sir Punch to 100 or is it Heinz to 100? I don't remember actually. I'm just gonna go from here for a bit and then we'll go to 0. I don't have that much time left, but yeah, I'm gonna end at like 2 hours because I am very tired and I kinda want to sleep. But I will be returning tomorrow, especially since I have the day off, which is very convenient. So but yeah, I would like to beat Zodiac soon, but I will finish this level first, at least, because I would like to have something something nice, I guess. Before I play the torture that is Zodiac. I'd like to have a nice achievement to come back on. Nice be right back screen. I just peeped that. Yeah, I oh, and I forgot that it cuts off my microphone, which I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of torn about that, but yeah. Yeah, it cuts off my microphone, which I didn't think about. I can't fix that. I don't know if I will, because there's no point in having a microphone, because usually I'm not gonna talk during the be right back screen. Like, I'm usually be right back for a reason, right? Like, I'm probably not ready to talk yet anyway. Probably like doing settings and stuff like that, or I'm just like straight up not even in the room. It just didn't work well this time because, well, I wanted to demonstrate it, but also I set up in my Discord server. I think I posted it there, but I have now created like a proper demon list again, like I used to have. And I have also chosen the next subscriber milestones. So for 150, it's gonna be Crimson Planet, which is pretty fucking hard. And for 200, I've chosen Verdant Landscape. But yeah, I didn't want to do like a lousy milestone this time around. Like last time I spun the wheel, and there were a lot of hard levels, but there was also a lot of lame ones, and we did end up getting a lame one. So yeah, first and last time I'm doing that. Yep, let's go from 0. I'm just gonna like bet my last remaining time on hoping to get better progress. But I don't know. I guess I'll take what I've gotten today. This level is very, 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 very learning, and it's difficult. This level is very, very hard. And it doesn't really fit my skill set either. Like, levels of the skill range, I don't really, like, I could probably do some 1 to 2 days normally. But with a skill set like this, yeah, it's gonna take longer. But at the same time, this is like a level I've always wanted to beat, but I just didn't dare to beat it. So, I guess we're doing that, and we're taking the opportunity right now. Oh yeah, there is one thing I haven't shown off yet. It's this. Okay. That should work. Yep, I forgot I didn't do this yet. Um, so, this is like some kind of, um, like, just full screen thing. Um, and wow, this thing is delayed. Who cares for now? Um, these are keys in our Stream Deck. Yeah. So I can switch between them. Let's see. Oh right. I forgot to. I changed the scene and they have not updated on the Stream Deck, so I gotta do that in the software. But yeah. Sure mics for the win. Indeed. This is an SM58 and it is pretty damn good. I really like this microphone and it feels very sturdy. You know? Maybe I should. But yeah, it's an SM58. Good microphone. Um, and in case anyone's wondering about the headphones, anyone who's into audio will probably know what these are. But these are Sennheiser HD 600s, and these are life changing. They are not cheap, but they are life changing. So highly recommend. What do I use to make these transition screens? I used HTML. Yes, HTML. Um, let's see if I can find just so you can see. Um, yeah, here we go. Yeah, I used HTML to make this. Um, durable as fuck, quality design, standard, and best bang for buck. Usually, when someone says budget slash bang for buck, it's of low quality or lesser known, but this is standard slash classic. Yeah. Um, that's um, that's a nice thing about audio. You can get pretty cheap stuff that still is like timeless. Like these headphones are like older than I am. Well, not this pair, but like the model. And this microphone is like truly tried and tested and stuff. Like everyone has used one of these at some point. Or every singer and stuff. These things are like iconic. Same goes for like the SM7B or whatever the hell. Um, they have a lot of microphones and they all rule. They are great. Then again, my audio isn't perfect, but that is largely due to my cheap audio interface, which kind of sucks, and I gotta get a new one at some point. But yeah, um, coding is a good skill set, but is HTML CSS for the coding? Honestly, asking me is cool as fuck. It's kind of a gray area. I don't really dare to say because it kind of depends on who you ask at this point. I wouldn't say HTML is really programming. It's more like writing a document, um, like as in writing an essay. Um, CSS, that's where the gray area is, and of course JavaScript is. That's when I would say, yeah, this is programming, definitely programming. Um, all three are involved in this background, which you can see. What's up, Kinsey? I am doing pretty okay. I'm very tired. I hope you are doing great as well. It's fun to see someone using the Twitch stream, which I'm now offering in addition to my YouTube stream. So you can kind of pick whichever you prefer to use. Um, thanks for the follow, by the way. Much appreciated. Even though stream is pretty close to wrapping up, but yeah. Let me fix that a tiny bit. It looks a bit strange. There we go. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Wisdom a lot of companies want us to forget with their planned obsolescence. Yeah, I'm glad audio companies aren't the same as let's say miscellaneous tech companies. I like that audio is like something that's timeless and it's never like if you buy a high-end microphone today and as long as you don't break it, which mind you is very difficult to do, unless you like have mold issues or something like that. You know, I guarantee you could go on eBay or whatever and buy like this exact microphone from like 30 years ago and it's gonna sound identical to a new one. Same with these headphones. You might have to replace the ear cups on them. But you're still gonna get like fantastic audio and build quality and stuff like that. These are like um you might be fooled by them into thinking, oh, this is like cheap plastic. No, this is not cheap plastic. This is like you have to try to break these. I have in my completion of rearmed, I think I literally like I thought I broke these, but in actuality, I just detached like this module here or here. Um, I just detached this, and I could just put it back on, and it was like nothing ever changed. Um, so yeah, very durable, very good stuff. Um, I'm struggling to read chat because I just have so much stuff to say. um, audio is good. It is, but like you may notice that you have to turn volume up quite a lot. Which is not ideal because it means you have to crank the gain up, which causes audio to be a lot worse than it could be. So, yeah. Um, on YouTube, the background looks really cool with the small icon in the corner, the watermark. I'll send a screenshot on Discord. It's about the same size as your cube too. Let me check that out. Yeah, that actually looks really good. I don't know how YouTube nailed the size that well. Um, but they did. That looks great. Um, I am keeping that. They learned that if you make something that works really well, you will lose money because people won't be subscribed to you. Yeah, that's probably why Sennheiser kinda went out of business for a while, and now I guess they're back afloat or something. I don't know what the full story is. All I know is these are like after that happened, and they're still like fantastic. So it probably didn't do much to their audio quality or build quality or whatever. Which Sennheisers are those again? These are the HD 600s. I think it was a bit too far away from the microphone. HD 600s. Um, like I said, they're not cheap. Like these are like what, $300 or something like that. Maybe even close to 400 now. I don't know, but it's the best investment I've ever made, and I would trade basically everything else in my setup for these. These are absolutely fantastic. Um, Life-changing headphones, genuinely. Um, um, I've had my headphones for 2 years now, but I need to replace the ear cups, but they still sound brand new. Yeah, that's the thing with headphones. Replacing the ear cups is kind of like a maintenance thing. Um, honestly, having to replace your ear cups like once a year is not really that much um of a problem, really. Like that's just kind of how it is. Like you replace your toothbrush, you replace, I don't know. I couldn't think of much of an example, but you replace your stuff, and you should probably replace your ear cups as well. I haven't replaced mine in a while, but I gotta do it pretty soon. So actually, I have this other pair of headphones that I had before these. Total garbage, by the way. Like the quality was okay, not as good as these, but they were also like half the price. But the annoying thing is you couldn't replace the ear cups because they were fucking glued to these, to the like drivers. So you could not replace the goddamn ear cups, and they wouldn't even sell replacement ear cups. So once the ear cups kind of break, or which they will, over time, that means you might get like 2 years of use and then you have to throw them away because you don't have any ear cups. Or the ear cups are like nasty, or they're like just degraded and you have leather everywhere. That should be illegal. I hate when they do that. Um so after that I was just like, nah, fuck this shit. I'm gonna buy like a an audio product. I'm gonna buy all my audio products from companies that do sell expensive audio products, or expensive. It's not really expensive in if you're like an audio enthusiast, but like expensive for consumer technology. But like I would rather pay a lot of money once and then just be able to like fix it and know I have like a good quality product than just buy the same piece of junk every year. Um, And I would recommend the same to everyone who, is able to just invest a little bit money into their technology, because it is worth it. I don't regret it for a second. Um Sucks when reputable companies get acquired. I agree, though sometimes it is for the better. Like you do hear a lot about acquisitions that just lead to greed, or you know just a, a downfall of the company and the quality in their products. Um, but sometimes, maybe it's for the better. Like maybe sometimes the end result is actually a better product, or a cheaper product with the same quality and stuff. Um, More production, etc. Like, um, but yeah, usually it is for the worse. Um, which is sad. But for now, I would say Sennheiser is doing a good job. They just recently released a new Bluetooth pair of headphones, which apparently got insanely good reviews. Um, so I think Sennheiser is a successful acquisition. I think they are doing a good job even after being acquired. So I'm glad to see that. About a refurbished $200 pair of Sony headphones for $100. Um, that sounds good to me. Though you should be like, thing about audio is usually if it has ever sounded good, it's going to sound good. Um, like I said earlier, and what that means is if you so either it works well or it doesn't work. So if you buy it refurbished, then it obviously works. So chances are it's going to be more or less to the same quality that you would get if you bought it brand new. Um, I think DankPods did this like experiment where he bought microphones that were used and even like beat up and stuff, and the quality was like indistinguishable from a brand new one. So yeah, um, but that also means that if a product is like bad to begin with, it's just bad. Right? It's just shit. Um, refurbished tech is scary as fuck to get. I got fucked over a few times buying used electronics in excellent quality or refurbished grade A. Yeah, I would be careful with refurbished technology. Um, sometimes it's worthwhile, and other times you just get burned by it. So I do think people should be buying refurbished technology. I am very much for useful technology not ending up in a landfill, or just I think that's good. Um, I just don't like the shady stuff when you buy refurbished stuff and you just get garbage. Um, but that's probably a separate issue, really. So, um, I gotta wear a beanie to use my headphones at the moment since they are just drivers, no ear cups. Um, that's certainly one solution, yeah. Though you're probably going to get a lot worse audio quality because if you did not know, the ear cups are actually they do play a part in producing the sound. Or not producing the sound, but like elevating it. Which means um the design of the ear cups are oftentimes very, very deliberate. It's not like they were just like made for comfort. It's often very deliberate. Everything from the shape to like um thickness of like the layer under to the material. There are so many factors. Um, I'm skipping ahead a bit because I'm so far behind, and I do agree with everything that was said. Um, sometimes there's a reason people sell their tech other than they don't need it anymore slash need money. It's damaged. Um, yeah, I unfortunately that is a thing, and I don't mind like people selling broken tech, but it should be sold as like as is or damaged or whatever. Um, because not everyone can repair technology. I can't like repair everything. Like I can build a computer and stuff like that, but when it comes to um I don't know, repairing phones maybe or game consoles or things like that, whatever. I wouldn't be able to fix that, so it'd be better for me to sell it to someone who can fix it. But lying about it and saying it's working and stuff like that, I hate when people do that. It's so unethical. Like I just no. Um, holy shit, time flew. I'm literally I just streamed for like 20 more minutes than I was intending to, but it's whatever. Yeah, so I'm gonna wrap up the stream there because I kinda need to wake up tomorrow. Unfortunately. But it's very nice to be back streaming and talking to chat. I think we've had a lot of fun discussions today, and it's good to be back. I will of course be back. Well, it's not to be granted, not to be taken for granted, given my history as of late. But yeah, I will be back tomorrow. Because well, we had a lot of fun today. So yeah, I'll see you guys for my next stream. Which will either I beat this level magically somehow while practicing it tomorrow, or it will be this level. So yeah. But yeah, I'll see you then. Have a great rest of your day to everyone who witnessed the stream. Bye.